They have 10 meters.
Lauren, you are live. You are live.
Welcome everybody. We have a spotted eagle ray in sight. So it is Lauren. Rian is on camera and we're going to do our best for you right now to get closer to this beautiful eagle ray. I'm going to try and stay quiet so we don't scare it. So over to you for now, Pat.
All right, well, I'll try and stay quiet too, even though I'm here on the surface, just to be like you guys. We are diving today off Casuarina Point here in Grand Cayman, and we have this beautiful spotted eagle ray. So if you have any questions at all about this or anything else that you see throughout this broadcast, please let us know using the hashtag diveLIVE on Twitter or through YouTube and Facebook. Now, are we out of cable, Lauren?
It has just gone over the coral, but they are notorious for doing circles. So hi everybody, it is me. So I'm just going to check over here and see if we can locate it.
All right, fingers crossed. We only really ever get fleeting moments with eagle rays, and they are such beautiful, majestic creatures. So hopefully we can get another good look at this one.
Yeah, it would be great. I have so much fun information to share with you on eagle rays. So let me just try and get a sighting of it. The visibility is not perfect today. It's not bad by any means, but it's not perfect, so I'm not sure I'm going to be able to find it. But you know what? Let's hang around this area, and you never know when this eagle ray is going to come back. They are such magnificent animals. They literally just move their wings like this, and that is how they glide through the water. So their skeleton is made from cartilage, and it's exactly the same as sharks and any other ray in the family, even stingrays. So cartilage is much weaker than bone, but it's got so many advantages. It's really flexible, so they can move these wings that they have, and it's resistant to disease. So it's a great adaptation of rays to have a complete skeleton made from cartilage. So where has that ray gone?
And just to really give you a feel for what cartilage feels like, if you touch your nose or your ears and give it a little wiggle with your fingers, that is exactly the substance.
Yeah, that's a perfect example. And what we did you manage to see the eagle ray?
Yeah, definitely. We got a good look at it. Which is...
Well, it was a spotted eagle ray, and they did think there was three different species, one different species of eagle ray, but they've actually now split it into three, determined by region. So this one is obviously the Atlantic Caribbean species, and it is called Atobatus nari. So now we know exactly which one we saw. We just need to find it again. They are quite elusive. I think that's maybe the first proper sighting we've had on diveLIVE. Is that right, Pat?
Yes. So we have had some little sightings here or there, but they were off in the distance and away before we really got a good look at it. So that's the first time we've had done very close, which was amazing.
So I didn't do my introduction very well, so I should start again. You know the team, we are down near Devil's Grotto, and I'm currently sitting at 12.5 meters. So we did start a little bit early to give you a glimpse of that beautiful eagle ray.
And we have a question regarding the rays here from Jason, and he wants to know whether they are dangerous. Now, They do have a defensive spine on their tail that has a toxin, and so it can give you quite a nasty sting, but they are not dangerous. They will not attack you, so it's really only the real accidental
They're not dangerous at all, but they are closely related to stingrays, and they do have between 2 to 6 stingers on the end of their tail. They're much shorter than stingrays, but they do contain venom just the same as a stingray. So they're very, very shy animals, and just like stingrays, they don't rely on their eyes. They rely on a whole other range of senses. So sometimes they think that they don't see you very well. So they might swim really closely to you and then go, oh! They realize that you're there and they swim off. But they are in no way dangerous. They are related to manta rays and even porcupine rays. However, these two animals do not have any spine. The stingrays and the spotted eagle rays do. So what do we have here? Oh! It's moving. Let's see if Rian can get a close-up to what's going on.
Yes, we do have zoom again. Well, no, not again. Finally, we have zoom, and this is awesome to see this close-up of this conch shell. So this is a conch shell, which is a gastropod, or a sea snail. And we can see its 2 eyes protruding out there, and its mouth that's rummaging around there in the sediment, probably trying to get algae or small animals.
Yep, and this one is moving quite rapidly. There is 2, obviously, and maybe if Rian can come around, you're actually able to see this one pretty... Oh, and this one. Here we go. Are you able to see really clearly?
Yeah, we can see this really well. This zoom is a game changer for us here. And so we can see it's kind of limping along in the sand, and it's doing that by moving its foot. So its foot will kind of move forward and pull everything forward with it bit by bit.
Yeah, I'm so glad Pat is able to tell you. I'm still catching my breath from that eagle ray chase.
It's really cute here, poking its eyes out, having a look around.
It's amazing. It's really moving quite rapidly, actually.
Yeah, and it seems to be moving in the direction of that other conch shell.
Yeah, I wonder where it's headed.
Yeah. Just quickly, Lauren, Life Aquatic Diving wants to know your current depth.
Oh, okay, yep, it is 13 meters, so that's approximately 35 feet. So I am a little bit deeper. I prefer to start the dive deeper and then move up into the shallows. So this sandy patch is always around this deck, and this is where we find things like stingrays, the eagle rays, and all sorts of sandy bottom animals. So this is why we do come down here, and then we will eventually go shallow. So for today, I was still looking for the moray eel. I'm not going to stop. And I would really like to see a lobster with this new zoom that we have. So fingers crossed, and you can let us know if there is anything that you would like to see, and I'll do my best to look for it. So Rian, shall we head this way? Alrighty. Maybe the eagle ray will come by again, you never know.
Yes, we can only hope and pray to Poseidon that this will come back, because we love these eagle rays here.
Yeah, we do. They're just so elusive here. Not 100% sure why, but they're very difficult to get on camera.
Now we've got some good footage here of a goatfish, and this is really a great view of this goatfish because it's illustrating exactly how this thing feeds. So you can see it's got 2 little barbells, they're called, barbells coming down off its chin.
And it's sifting. We have the zoom, you can see that.
Yeah, we can see it really well. So you can see that they put them out just before they go into the sand so they can feel around for anything that they might eat as prey.
And we do have a tilefish. Now we normally talk a lot about the tilefish and their nest, but now because we have zoom, Rihanna's going to give you the perfect close-up of what we call the tilefish. And that That's tile with a T, not to be confused with the filefish. And you can see it's hovering right above its little home there. Are you getting a good view?
Yes, yes, it's looking really good. And we can see those undulating, really long extended dorsal or top and ventral or bottom fins.
So just to give you an idea, me and Rianne are currently sitting about 5 meters, about 50 feet away from this animal. That is how awesome it is for us to have the zoom now.
That is
great. We don't have to go so close.
And we've got a really good view of it now because it's actually right next to its nest. So a lot of the time here on diveLIVE, we either get just the tilefish, or just the nest. So it's really good to see right now. So behind it there, that big thing of rubble, that is actually the tilefish nest, which has gone out, collected piece by piece, and made up into this this nest that we're looking at right now.
Yeah, that's right, Pat. We rarely see the two together. And you can see behind the tilefish, hopefully, there's a whole range of tiny other little fish that are actually making their home in the tilefish nest. So these fish take advantage of that, and they realize how safe and protected they can be in amongst the rubble, and they will also make that their home. So hopefully Rianne can show you those other little fish as well. I'm still looking for that eagle ray.
Yes, keep scanning the horizon. We can really hope that it comes back.
Well, and we do have some tarpons up ahead, which we do show you a lot, but we've never shown you with this zoom.
Yeah.
So we will take you there next and give you a whole different perspective to the tarpons. I think Rianne's going to swim there now, so...
Yeah, then Rianne, we are just a little bit out of focus right now.
Okay,
yeah, there we go.
So even although the visibility is not great, it is incredibly beautiful down here today, and the fact that we have got that zoom, we can show you a huge range of things that we weren't able to show you before. So, oh, hello Barjack.
Just swimming along there. It seemed to have it ate something out of the water. There must have been a little bit of plankton there for it. So that is a barjack or a trevally, depending on where you come from in the world.
I think he was actually hoping that I was feeding and I had some food that he could steal, but unfortunately not.
No, so now he's going to go over to the goatfish because he knows that they know where all the food are.
They're so predictable, aren't they?
And we have a few people commenting along saying that they can hear a rooster, and that is not an underwater animal. There is no underwater roosters here. It is just the chickens in the background here. In Grand Cayman, we do have quite a few wild chickens running around, and sometimes they can get pretty noisy.
Pat, your volume's got really quiet. Are you able to turn that up for me?
Yep. We'll get Jared onto it now.
Sure. So we're going to take you to see the tarpons over this way, and maybe we can get a little bit closer than we normally do.
So just for a bit of context for everybody, today we are diving off the western side of Grand Cayman Island, out the front of Don Foster's Dive Centre. So a big shout out to all of our friends that have been looking after it here at Don Foster's. And the dive site is called Devil's Grotto, which is to the right of Don Foster's Dive Centre here.
Yeah, thank you for that, Pat. I kind of forgot my whole introduction in the excitement of the eagle ray. I do apologise for that.
No, that's very understandable.
So up ahead now you should be seeing a whole school of tarpons. Now, again, they are sort of regular on our dives, but don't forget how incredible these animals are. Hopefully Rianne can get close to their mouths and you can see their great big upturned mouths, which just give them such a grumpy expression. Although I'm sure they're not, they are just resting. So stingray!
Ooh!
Yeah, stingray.
It's not quite an eagle ray, but it'll do.
Yeah, it's a small one. It might be the same one that we saw on the earlier dive. So at the minute, it is tenting. These guys are always feeding. So this is a juvenile southern stingray, part of the whiptail family. And it is speeding off, so I'm just going to let Rianne get ahead. And Pat, maybe you can take over. I don't want my voice to disturb it.
Yeah, no, fair enough. Definitely. So yeah, so we can see it's right in the middle, just off in the distance. It's very distinct. Oh, we got a barracuda coming through on screen right now, so it's all happening. Oh, it's going to come right up to us. So barracuda are very inquisitive. They'll quite often do just what it did now and come up, take a close look and realise that you're nothing to worry about and then swim off. So we're still in pursuit of the stingray.
Be quiet, so we'll pat over to you.
Yeah, the stingray is still, it looks like it's on a bit of a mission and it's going the exact direction we don't want it to. So another fleeting ray sight. Yeah, Rian's trying to get a little bit closer with the zoom now. So just like Lauren mentioned earlier with the eagle rays, that they have a cartilaginous skeleton. I still can't get that word right.
Yeah, I can talk again. Sorry about that. I was just trying my best not to disturb it. One day we will get these elusive guys on camera. Unfortunately, our cable wouldn't allow us to go anymore after the stingray. But did you see it at all?
Yes, most definitely. So we got a good look at it swimming right away from us with its tail facing us.
Yep, so there are approximately 220 species of stingray, and the southern stingray is a very common one around here and is very iconic for the Grand Cayman Islands. So just going to go down on the sand here. So yep, as we've already mentioned, they're made from cartilage. And many people don't realize that stingrays are grouped together with sharks. Now, as a species, they're nothing alike, but they are grouped together for that reason of cartilage. So they're incredible animals. They do just swim with their wings over the sand. So they're able to go like this, and to feed, their eyes are on the top side and their mouth is underneath. So they don't rely on these eyes. So when they're feeding, they can create a tent. They will arch their body up and it creates a suction force, and they can just suck in all the little animals that are living in the sand right here. But they will not be able to see them. So they use these pores. They have lots of little jelly-filled pores on the underside near their mouth, almost in their nose area, and they use this to send electrical signals from their prey down below, and that is how they're able to feed. They do have really strong teeth, which are made up of scales as well, which they constantly shed and replace. So this is why we do see the stingrays just scooting off into the distance there, because they're always above the sand and they're always feeding. Yes,
they both look and act as a metal detector for food, I like to say. And while we're still on the rays, James Richards is asking, do stingrays give birth to live pups? Now, I can take this one, but I think you'd like to answer this one, Lauren.
Yes, stingrays are ovoviviparous, and what that means is there will be internal fertilization. The male will insert his claspers into the female and fertilize her, and the eggs will be inside. So it does take a long time for a stingray to carry those eggs, between a year to 18 months, so it's much longer than the human. And the eggs will actually hatch inside the mother, inside the stingray, but there will be no placental attachment. And therefore the young, which we actually call pups, feed off the yolk from the eggs, and then the mother will give live birth. And when she does this, the pups are big enough and strong enough to get food for themselves and to fend against predators. So we call this ovoviviparous. And we're seeing Rian's back at the power ponds again because they're so awesome.
Yeah, and we don't worry. Nope. I was going to say it looked like there was a remora attached to that, but it was just its fin in a different...
Oh, that would have been so cool. I do love a good remora. So yeah, back to the tar ponds now that you can see them. Oh, they're chasing each other. Oh. two are not so happy with one another. They're having a bit of a chase, but generally they're normally very still at this time of day because, as I mentioned before we saw the stingray, they are just resting. So they are big predators, and they do go up to very, very large sizes, but they come from such an ancient lineage of fish. And I can actually see this. When you look at them, they don't look like the other reef fish. They are very different. And they do come from the group of fish called megalops. And this kind of translates to big head. And you can kind of see that when you look at those tarpons. But now there's just so much happening here right now. We're just going to swim over the reef and see what else we can find.
Yeah,
and I am still going to keep a lookout for these rays that keep on managing to get past us.
It's been a great day of diving for both Lauren and I. I had a great dive this morning. Also got a stingray, so it's been a ray of sunshine for us.
Sorry, I'm just telling Rianne, there's a nice beautiful hogfish. Let's try and get this one on zoom. Right ahead. And it looks like a big terminal male.
We are not getting visuals on it yet. Oh, yep, there we go. So yes, we have a hogfish. What size would you say this one is, Lauren?
About 80 centimeters.
Ooh. So that is about just under 35. Oh, and it's changing colours. So 35 inches. Wow, this is incredible to have this on Zoom. Oh, wow.
What I wanted to show you. So there's a big black spot in the back of the body, almost in the caudal peduncle area. And this is how we know that it's a male. And due to the size and coloration, we can safely say that this hogfish is a terminal male, an end-phase male. And it is in the wrasse family, which is a great big family of fish, including the parrotfish. But actually it is most closely related to the parrotfish out of all the wrasse. So they do get quite big, and they're very commonly found on the sandy bottoms here. So it's not a surprise. I'm just trying to see what it's doing right now. Oh, is it feeding, Pat?
Yes. Yes, so it is currently just sifting through the sand there. You can see its bottom jaw is very elongated and runs quite back far into the head. So this acts like a shovel for them. So they do have lips that they can use to suck at things and kind of pick things off rocks. But generally, they'll use that bottom jaw to scoop up a big bit of sand and then let it all filter back through its gills and filter out anything that might be living in amongst the sand.
And its favourite prey is the flamingo tongue, which is a little false cowrie that we do see a lot more in the shallows. So, because it is a wrasse, and it is a terminal male, this guy here will probably have a harem of females somewhere. So he will be the sort of leader of the pack, and it will be a group of females. And hogfish are said to have the largest harems out of all the wrasses. So he could have up to 15 females in his harem. And if something was to happen to him, or he was to die, the next largest and probably most aggressive female would convert to a male and take his place. That is how it works in the wrasse family.
Yeah, it's quite incredible, really. This hermaphroditism and sex changing. It's nothing like what we have here on land at all.
No, not at all. And this is called protogynous. And what that means is when they start their life out as females, but eventually they will end it as male. And this is the most common form of hermaphroditism. 75% of all the fish that are hermaphrodites will go from female to male and not the other way around.
And in some cases also they can have both female and male reproductive organs or reproductive cells at the same time.
Yeah, so there's like your friend the Hamlet's man.
Yes. And we can see it's still changing colour. It appears to be doing it whenever it goes in to eat something.
so it's color changing towards its background, do you think? It's a really incredibly beautiful fish. I know I probably say that about a lot of fish, I realise that. But it actually is, and even in Spanish they say doncella ni pluma, which basically means feathered maiden, because it does have these feather-like spines on top of its head. I'm not sure if you're able to see them, and it is just an incredibly beautiful fish, which is why it gets such an elaborate name. But in English, hogfish doesn't quite work the same way, does it?
No.
I prefer the Spanish version.
And this is great now, being able to zoom up on it and just seeing the really intricate markings on its face. It's like a work of art there. Almost like it's been painted on.
Well, we have showed you hogfish numerous times before, but I'm sure you guys are just getting the best view with this zoom.
Oh yeah, it is incredible.
So it's really unfazed by us. We are just following it across the reef, watching it eat. It's really not fazed by our presence at all.
And Paula is asking why they change colours, and for this particular species, I believe it is a display of dominance.
Yeah, I'll let you take this one, Pat. I'm just fixing some cable.
Yeah, no, that's fine. So as we did mention, the terminal males are the big dominant males, and they are the ones that do the colour changing. So yeah, I could assume that it is for some sort of dominance or even mating. Or, well, I mean, this one is doing it right now when it's feeding, so perhaps it's also got something to do with camouflage.
Yeah, sorry, I'm back again. So when it changes to that sort of pinky colour, I think it does it when it's feeding. A lot of animals do this, including the barjack. So I guess it could be for communication, or just to signal that it is feeding, and it tries to camouflage and blend into the background.
And just to clarify for Cenac and Lady Starfire, that this is a hogfish, so H-O-G, hogfish.
Yeah, but the name does come from that snout, that sort of piggy snout that it has, which is where the name hogfish comes from. But I'm not a big fan of that name, I must say.
Yeah, we can really see those big 3 spines on the top of its head, that it will flare up to... It's another display of dominance as well in mating.
Well, we have so many fish up ahead now, so I'm going to have to decide which one to show you all. But we do have a beautiful queen angelfish, which I think would just look so majestic under the zoom.
Yes.
So I'm just going to guide Rianne to the angelfish, and let's get a close-up.
So with the angelfish, there's quite a few features that we'll really be able to highlight on zoom. So look out for a circle, a very brilliant blue circle on the top of their head that looks like a crown. Oh wow, that's a massive grouper as well.
Yeah, we've got a tiger grouper up there too. I really don't know what fish to actually talk about. I feel like a kid in a candy shop right now.
And the other thing to look for with the angelfish is the spines covering the operculum. The operculum being the gill covering.
Yeah, so we do have 8 different species of angelfish in the Caribbean, but this one is the queen angelfish. And just look at the coloration there. Maybe Rianne can get close to the crown on its sort of forehead, which is where the name queen angelfish comes from. We can finally show you that crown of blue.
Yes, we can actually see it right. It's almost like it heard us then and turned around in that rock to give us a good look.
Maybe they can hear us. I am talking after all.
Yeah. And yes, we can also see the spines that on the gill covering the operculum as well, so that's a really good identifying feature of an angelfish. But I mean, really, these things stick out like broken thumbs. They are not hard to spot at all when they're in the region. And so it's probably most likely looking around for some sponges to eat right now, so they are one of their food sources, but they do tend to be pretty not picky with how they eat. They will eat a whole range of things from corals, sponges, algae, and even some living organisms.
Yeah, they are omnivores, but actually 90% of their daily intake does come from sponge, so even although they're not picky, sponges are a really important food source for their diet. So we have a beautiful porcupine fish over here. Should we go see the porcupine fish, Rhea? Now, again, this is another fish that we talk a lot about, but now we're going to be able to properly show you, this way, Rhea. Now we're going to properly show you exactly why it's called a porcupine fish. So this one doesn't look like it's fully grown, but it is just chilling out in the water column. Like a lot of fish, they're nocturnal, just like the carp ones we saw. So they've probably been feeding all night. So right now it's just resting in the water column, taking refuge in the coral reef. And it's looking at us right now, so it knows we're coming. So I just want you to see if you can see the spines that will be lying flat against the skin that give it the name, the porcupine fish. Let me know if you're able to see those, Pat.
Yep, so it's just coming into focus now. And yeah, we're getting a very good look at that. We can see the spines there, its fins, and it's very cute and innocent looking puppy dog eyes.
Such a cutie patootie, and you should be able to see just sort of under the fish, maybe in like the stomach region, there is sort of like an extra bit of hanging skin. It kind of looks like saggy skin, if you like, and this is just so it's prepared at any moment when it feels threatened by predators to stretch, and it will just blow itself up like a balloon. Those spikes will go erect, and it does this by rapidly pumping in lots of water into their stomach. And their stomachs are designed for this. Oh, we have a much bigger one over here. A much bigger porcupine fish right there. Which one should we go to? Yeah. So their stomachs are designed for this. And along the path of evolution, they have chosen to have these stretching stomachs over actual digestive function. So the stomach will swell in caudal peduncle, and it will make it blow up like a balloon. The skin is also prepared for this. So the skin is made from collagen fibers, which will allow a stretch up to 40%. So these animals are just ready at any moment when they sense danger to just blow up like a big balloon with spikes. Oh, it's so cute.
And now, Lauren, you have mentioned twice today the caudal peduncle. Do you mind elaborating on what that is?
Sure. Of the fish that we do call the caudal peduncle is the area of the body of fish meets the tail. So Ryan has brought the camera from me, so I think he wants me to show you. The caudal peduncle would be, I guess, my hip area, where my body meets my tail. So this area of myself would be the caudal peduncle, and it is quite an important area in fishies. So it's where the body meets the tail. This area would be the caudal peduncle.
Now, Hank is also wanting to see some sponges under the zoom today. So if you see any nice sponges, might be good to zoom in on. Make sure you have a look as we have this
between a cerro and a pie.
Yeah.
Oh, pile fish if we can, and on the way you want us to look for some sponges, is that right, Pat?
Yeah, Hank was thinking that they might look really good now that we...
Sure.
Yes.
He's a bit of a... So yeah, we have a... And... breathing, and they are producing. So little pores on the sponge. Been so long to have. So they will... overgrow these animals, angelfish. I am on 80 bar. So we will be ending the dive shortly, but I still have a little bit of time left with you.
Yeah, so...
Yeah,
oh, wow. As we just saw... Yes, that was very quick.
We've still got a sighting of it from that.